I felt like I was ready for something bigger because I was just walking through these girls. So I want that challenge. I want that hard fight. I want to have to brawl and bang. And I'm ready for that. And I think after the first three that were kind of just, yeah, of course. I respect her Muay Thai. I respect her record. There's definitely a lot of hype around here. They're definitely promoting her. She's, long, tall, beautiful blonde, but um, I don't believe she's ever been dragged into deep waters before, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And so, people have been telling me my whole life, my whole career, oh, maybe you can't, underdog, and I thrive off of it. I live it. Like I love to crush dreams. So let's go.
I mean, I'm going to say I expect a tough fight. I feel like both our games, like my game all around is really good. Her game all around is good. So I feel like it's going to be a really good matchup. But then again, I feel like I've said that before and it's ended quite short. So I 100% believe in my ability and feel like, it's not going to be, it's not going to last too long.
Katherine Corogenes drops massive bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva before the fight. She said she would beat Dakota easily, but she didn't know what's coming for her. First round knockout that almost finished her career.
Oh. Ooh, there's a plum and a right hand. Oh, big one. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fist. Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva. Just now.
The boxing I do with Gabriel at ATT, that right hand straight away. He tells me how much power's in that right hand every session, and I'm starting to believe it myself now. My first knockout as well, so woo!
I love to crush dreams. Famous last words that would come back to haunt Katherine Corogenes in the most brutal way possible, because what she didn't know was what was really coming in the cage. Dakota Ditcheva was about to finish her in the first round. Now that you've heard those confident words, let's see just how wrong predictions can go in this sport. Corogenes wanted deep waters, she wanted to brawl and bang, and she promised to drag the undefeated prospect into unfamiliar territory. But sometimes in mixed martial arts, you get exactly what you ask for, just not in the way you expected.
Here is Katherine, the Animal Corogenes. And now introducing her opponent in the red corner, she is a Muay Thai specialist, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in at 125 and 1/2 pounds. Her record also undefeated at 6 victories, including 5 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
Now let's break down what actually happened when these two stepped into the PFL cage. Corogenes knew she was facing a Muay Thai specialist, so her game plan was clear. Close the distance, avoid the striking exchanges, and take the fight where Ditcheva might be less comfortable. But here's the thing about elite strikers. Sometimes getting close to them is the worst possible strategy. As soon as the bell rang, Corogenes attempted to close the distance, trying to nullify Ditcheva's striking advantage. But that decision put her directly into the danger zone. Once they got locked in the clinch against the cage, Ditcheva's Muay Thai expertise took over completely.
Her PFL debut featured a lot of clinch work so far, all out from distance. Oh, right hand. And there's the clinch.
And it's going to be a battle of two types of clinches. Corogenes, of course, looking for the takedown. Ditcheva will look to stay in this clinch and try to set up.
In the clinch, Ditcheva grabbed onto Corogenes' neck and began systematically breaking her down. She brought Corogenes' head down while simultaneously driving her knees up the middle. Classic Muay Thai technique executed with surgical precision. The first knee found its mark, but it was the second shot that changed everything. It connected flush, leaving Corogenes dazed and confused, her legs unsteady beneath her. Sensing blood in the water, Ditcheva pressed forward with predatory instinct. She unleashed a devastating right hand that cracked Corogenes clean on the jaw, sending her crashing to the canvas in a heap. One follow-up hammer fist sealed the deal, though the fight was already over.
There's a plum and a right hand. Oh, one, big one. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fist. Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva.
4 minutes and 20 seconds. That's all it took for Dakota Ditcheva to extend her perfect record to 7-0 and pick up her 6th knockout in 7 fights. After such a devastating performance, Dakota Ditcheva's post-fight interview was just as explosive as her finishing sequence. And her response to Corogenes' pre-fight trash talk? Absolutely perfect. That feels good. Do you know what? I woke up this morning and the first thing I saw on my phone was an interview she did about crushing my dreams. Let me tell you one thing. This hype train stops for nobody. I don't care who you are. This hype train will keep rolling. Just keep bringing them to me, one by one. And like Brendan Loughnane said, I woke up this morning and I will choose violence every single day.
Oh, that feels good. You know what? I woke up this morning and the first thing I saw on my phone was an interview she did about crushing my dreams. Let me tell you one thing. This hype train stops for nobody. I don't care who you are. This hype train will keep rolling. Just keep bringing them to me one by one. And like Brendan said, I woke up this morning and I'll choose violence every single day.
I will choose violence every single day. Now that's a quote that sends chills down your spine. But Ditcheva wasn't done expressing her gratitude and ambition. This is massive. I just want to say a massive thank you to the PFL because I honestly feel like I'm in a movie sometimes. Being in New York this week and being able to come back and compete and make my US debut and go out with a win like that. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I can't wait to kickstart PFL Europe next year because you guys are doing amazing things for us fighters. So thank you so much.
This is massive. I just want to say a massive thank you to PFL because I honestly feel like I'm in a movie sometimes, like being in New York this week and being able to come back and compete and make my US debut and go out with a win like that. Just thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I can't wait to kickstart PFL Europe next year because you guys are doing amazing things for us fighters, so thank you so much.
What makes this knockout even more impressive is the context. This was Ditcheva's second PFL appearance and her second first-round finish. She'd already made her promotional debut back in August with a 58-second knockout, and here she was, doing it again on the biggest stage. The 24-year-old from Manchester has proven that the hype around her isn't just promotional fluff. It's backed by legitimate, devastating skill. With 7 professional fights and 6 finishes, Ditcheva represents the future of women's flyweight mixed martial arts. And speaking of the future, this performance set the stage for Ditcheva's meteoric rise in the PFL. Fast forward to 2024, and she's now fighting for the PFL World Championship belt and a $1 million prize against Brazil's Taila Santos in Riyadh.
Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for the championship.
From Katherine Corogenes promising to crush dreams to Dakota Ditcheva delivering on her promise to choose violence every day, this fight perfectly encapsulates why we love this sport. One moment you're talking about dragging someone into deep waters, the next you're unconscious on the canvas. That's the beautiful brutality of mixed martial arts, folks. Dreams can be crushed in an instant, but stars are born just as quickly. Thanks for joining us on Fight Night Breakdown, and remember, in the cage, talk is cheap, but knockouts are priceless.
She was dominating the UKFC scene, crushing every opponent who dared face her. Known for her ruthless power and precision, Dakota didn't just win, she destroyed.
Happy, yeah. Did want a few more rounds. I had a bit of my family travel 6 hours today to come down, so I would have liked a few more rounds, but I'm happy with the performance. So I give my opponent 3-8 counts, so the fight ended in round 1. Yeah, I worked on quite a few things, this specific things for this fight, so I'm just happy they paid off.
Time again already. Oh, never break. He's really. Oh,
Before Dakota Ditcheva joined PFL, she was absolutely dominating the UKFC scene, crushing every opponent who dared face her. Known for her ruthless power and precision, Dakota didn't just win, she destroyed. In one of her most memorable fights, she faced Patricia Borges, and Dakota didn't just win. She was dangerously close to finishing her completely.
Very comfortable. Switches back.
Job. Oh, lovely combo.
That sounded sweet from here.
Deep down the middle to the chest.
Right knees up the middle. Goodness me, some of those. Think she's in real trouble here, Evan, right?
Today, we dive deep into the career-defining moments that made Dakota Ditcheva the nightmare every fighter feared to face. This is the story of a woman who turned the cage into her personal hunting ground. Dakota Ditcheva wasn't just another fighter climbing the ranks, she was a force of nature that left devastation in her wake.
And again, the clinch this time. Dakota turns early. Thai plum clinch. Oh, that's a big knee. Oh!
Dakota turning up the aggression now. Bannon taking a step back.
Several times. Big horse kick again. Really working well for Dakota. That one straight through the middle.
Oh, what an elbow. And again.
Background now.
And
the
again.
elbow's going in here. Oh, big
Dakota
really picked.
Rising through the UK and European MMA scene, Dakota represented Manchester top team with the kind of precision and power that made veteran fighters question their career choices. Her Muay Thai background wasn't just a skill set, it was a weapon of mass destruction. But it was on November 27th, 2021, during the United Kingdom Championship, that the world truly witnessed what Dakota was capable of when she stepped into the cage with Patricia Voorhees.
Rising UK and European star Dakota Ditcheva representing Manchester top team.
Oh, push kick to the face of Ditcheva. Just doing the wise thing, trying to close the distance early.
What happened next would become a masterclass in controlled violence. Round 1. The opening bell rang, and Dakota Ditcheva wasted no time establishing her dominance. She immediately took command of the center of the cage, moving with the grace of a predator and the aggression of a warrior. Patricia Voorhees never had a chance. Within the first minute, Dakota's striking proved to be a major factor. She seamlessly chained together crisp jabs and devastating low kicks that disrupted Voorhees' movement completely. Every time Voorhees attempted to step forward, she was met with a sharp intercepting strike that forced her to retreat like a beaten animal.
Each of the switching stances. So these two young ladies know each other.
Once again.
Yeah, both looking for a little trip there. Oh, nice knee to the body. Follows it up.
Look at the way she made space for that. That connection, you could see the breath
And
going.
everyone, oh, big hand, and another, and
Almost
another.
impossible to get her fights. That's why they're flying in opponents from around the world.
Around the 1-minute mark, Dakota landed a clean 1-2 combination that sent a clear message. The punches landed flush, visibly shaking Voorhees and pushing her back against the cage like a rag doll. But Dakota wasn't finished. Oh no, she was just getting started. With Voorhees trapped against the fence, Dakota began to unleash a relentless series of combinations, targeting the head and body with surgical precision. Midway through the round, she landed another big right hand that stunned Voorhees, who instinctively covered up just to survive.
Long-range, good kicks. From good grappling stuff from Jimmy Johnson there in the corner.
But in the clinch, Dakota, the knees, the elbows. This young lady likes to strike. Oh, right down the middle.
Right hand.
Woo, sniper-like accuracy. Just now. Oh, spinning back elbow.
The end came with devastating swiftness. Dakota kept Voorhees pinned and began to unleash a barrage of elbows. The first few landed with devastating effect, and as Voorhees' defenses crumbled, Dakota relentlessly followed up with a series of quick, slicing elbows. The referee stepped in at 3:58 of the first round, a TKO victory that was more like a public execution. But Dakota's reign of terror didn't stop there. On December 8, 2023, at PFL Europe 4 in Dublin, Ireland, she faced Valentina Skatidze, a fighter who made the fatal mistake of underestimating the Manchester Destroyer.
Skittish in the game is easy.
Beautiful.
Look at this
Real Muay Thai, yeah.
Oh, tried to drag down. Oh, nice right hand. Drives it straight through.
Beautiful from the top.
Before the fight, Skatidze confidently claimed, "I can't wait to show you who is the real warrior." She found out who the real warrior was, all right. From the opening bell, Dakota demonstrated why she had become the most feared prospect in women's MMA. Using her elite Muay Thai striking, she immediately took control, keeping Skatidze on the back foot with technical precision that was almost artistic in its brutality.
And this is the thing. And another! And a knee!
Straight across.
And another elbow! And another!
I saw a cut on Ison's head. Big back elbow. Good work for Ison.
So their styles like a lunge forward and aggressive. That's exactly
close quarters working in the clinch. A separation there, and Dakota lands a shot. Shona catches the kick. Shona. There we go. Right on the money, baby. What a kick.
Straight to the mouth.
Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva living up to her name.
Then came the Thai clinch. Dakota grabbed Skititsi behind the neck and unleashed a series of devastating knees and brutal elbows to the head. In this flurry, she landed a fight-ending elbow that opened a deep, significant cut above Skititsi's left eye. The blood flowed immediately. The doctor was called in. The fight was over. TKO victory, doctor stoppage, another opponent destroyed. With this victory, Dakota secured the PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Championship and moved to 10-0 in her professional career.
Right. Slightly more experience as far as mixed martial arts, but you can't discredit that.
Straight away, we see Charlie Burke turning her hips, but the takedown is there from Dakota.
Dakota Ditcheva didn't just win fights, she made statements. Every opponent who stepped into the cage with her learned the same harsh lesson. There are levels to this game, and Dakota operates on a level that most fighters can only dream of reaching. Her explosive power, pinpoint accuracy, and relentless fighting style built an undefeated record that speaks for itself. She doesn't just adapt to her opponents, she breaks them down systematically, like a master craftsman dismantling inferior work. Each victory didn't just add to her record, it added to her legend. The whispers in locker rooms, the fear in opponents' eyes, the respect from veterans who knew they were witnessing something special. This is the Dakota Ditcheva that arrived at PFL, not as a prospect, but as a proven destroyer. A fighter who had already left a trail of broken opponents and shattered dreams across the UK and European MMA scene. When Dakota Ditcheva steps into that cage, she doesn't just fight, she dominates. She doesn't just win, she destroys. And every fighter who faces her learns the same lesson that Patricia Voorhees and Valentina Skititsi learned the hard way. There's Dakota Ditcheva, and then there's everyone else.
These girls are going to be most dangerous now because they have nothing to lose. Like, they're coming to take everything I have.
Also, Dakota killing it.
I know,
she's
dude.
in the final. Tayla Santos, that's a tough fight.
It is. It's a step up, but Dakota's ready. Dakota's prepared. She trains hard. She's got, again, the best team around her. She's so disciplined. And she's just so fucking good, dude. Like, she is the real deal. She's the full package. I'm super excited for her. I think that this is about to be a big coming out party when she makes it look easy.
Yeah, very, very excited for her final. We'll see how it goes against Tayla Santos. Huge fight in her career.
I know how it's going to go.
How it's going to go. Give us a prediction.
I mean, I think she's going to knock her out. Okay. I think probably second round.
Okay, second round knockout. You heard her here from Kayla.
UFC bantamweight contender Kayla Harrison has issued a crystal clear message to the UFC and even legendary Ronda Rousey about rising British sensation Dakota Ditcheva.
PFL has really gotten behind your teammate Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Bro, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA.
Harrison's words were unmistakable. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA. But this isn't just hype. This is a former two-time PFL champion putting the entire combat sports world on notice. Tonight, we explore why Dakota Ditcheva might be the most dangerous woman in MMA today, and why some are calling her the next Ronda Rousey, but potentially even better.
I found out that your worst enemy is you and your ability to stay true to the thing that you want to do. If you lie to yourself and cheat yourself, well, then you're not fooling anybody but yourself. But if you actually get up every day and you got that action, and you got that energy that's like, I have to go and do this because I'm trying to get here. And you know every day you're working towards that, well, you're going to get there. It may take you longer. Some may do it shorter, but you're not going to lose.
Let's start with the warning that has everyone talking. At the UFC Hall of Fame red carpet, Kayla Harrison didn't mince words when discussing her American top team teammate, Dakota Ditcheva. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA. I think that she's only getting better. She's young. She's hungry. She's disciplined. She's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got a great team around her. And I think the sky is the limit for her.
PFL has really gotten behind your teammate Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Bro, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young. She's hungry. She's disciplined. She's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got a great team around her. I think that the sky's the limit for her.
This isn't coming from just anyone, folks. Harrison knows championship gold. She's a former Olympic judoka and two-time PFL champion who just debuted successfully in the UFC with a submission win over Holly Holm at UFC 300. When she speaks about talent, people listen.
Like, she's the hardest worker in that gym. So to have someone like that around us and set such an example like that for us girls in the gym is like second to none. That's why we're the best gym in the world, because we've got examples like that around us. You know, how can we not be inspired and want to keep working hard when we see people like Kayla Harrison doing that?
But Harrison went even further, making a bold prediction about Ditcheva's upcoming challenges. "I know how it's going to go. I think she's going to knock her out second round," Harrison said about Ditcheva's fight against former UFC title challenger Taila Santos.
See how it goes against Taila Santos. Huge fight in her career.
I know how it's gonna go.
How it's gonna go. Give us a prediction.
I mean, I think she's gonna knock her out. Okay. I think probably second round.
Okay, second round knockout. You heard her here from Kayla.
And guess what? She was right. Dakota Ditcheva didn't just win, she made history. At the PFL World Championship Finals in Saudi Arabia, the 26-year-old British fighter delivered exactly what Kayla Harrison predicted, stopping former UFC veteran Taila Santos in the second round.
What's up, everybody? It's Kayla Harrison, and I am here on a beautiful cruise in the middle of Puerto Rico, sending all the love and good luck to Dakota Ditcheva. She fights in the PFL Europe Finals. She has a chance to win $100,000. That's going to be live on December 8th, Friday, in Dublin, Ireland. Good luck, Dakota!
But here's what makes this victory so significant. Santos wasn't just any opponent. In 2022, she fought for the UFC women's flyweight title against Valentina Shevchenko in what many considered a controversial decision loss. Santos was ranked among the world's best flyweights. Ditcheva became the first fighter to finish Santos, doing so with devastating Muay Thai strikes that left no doubt about the outcome. With this victory, she claimed the PFL Women's Flyweight World title, the $1 million prize, and became the first British woman to win an MMA world title. Her record now stands at a perfect 15-0, with an incredible finishing rate that has the entire MMA community taking notice. 7 straight finishes in the PFL, including 6 knockouts and 1 submission, numbers that would make any promoter's eyes light up.
Hit right. Hit right. There we go. Nice. Nice shot.
The comparisons to Ronda Rousey are inevitable, but experts say Ditcheva might actually be better positioned for long-term success. Former UFC fighter and current PFL commentator Dan Hardy highlighted a crucial difference between the two fighters. Ronda was a pioneer in martial arts, women's martial arts in particular, but the reason why she was so effective is that she was particularly overwhelming in one range. Whereas Dakota, over the last 2 years, has also shown that she's a fully well-rounded MMA fighter.
And, you know, Ronda was a pioneer in mixed martial arts, women's mixed martial arts in particular. But the reason why she was so effective is because she was particularly overwhelming in one range, right? Like, she came in, she grabbed a hold of somebody, she threw them to the floor and wrenched their arm off. Whereas Dakota, over the last 2 years, has also showed that she's a fully well-rounded MMA fighter.
This is a telling observation. Rousey's dominance came primarily through her world-class judo and armbar submissions. 9 of her 12 wins came by armbar. But when opponents figured out how to avoid the clinch and ground game, her limitations were exposed. Ditcheva presents a different challenge entirely. Her background in Muay Thai, combined with improving grappling skills and takedown defense, makes her a more complete fighter. As Hardy put it, her takedown defense coupled with those Muay Thai knees could put anybody away. What makes Dakota's story even more compelling is her incredible family legacy. Her mother was a world champion in Muay Thai, kickboxing, and full-contact karate. One of the top women fighters of her era, Dakota started fighting at just 4 years old. And by her own admission, she was beating all the boys up, even as a child. Her mother's gym in Newcastle has been operating for over 30 years. And locally, her mother Lisa is still a celebrity figure that everyone knows and respects.
You're in there at some point, I assume you have a contract and they do owe you fights at some point.
Exactly, yeah, that's another thing. Like, I'm in contract and you guys have to have me fight. So I know that they will pull something out of the bag. There's just been a lot of changes. Obviously, this whole year has been a big change for them. So I'll trust that they bring something for me.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a bummer because I know after the last fights, you're like, I want them to find something that's going to test me and, like, you know, raise up the level. But now it seems like it's just get me anything.
Yeah, I'm just like, get me anything, literally. Like you said, you know, it was kind of, it's hard. I get it's hard for PFL, you know, they've put all the girls in the tournament and then now they need to find someone that's going to kind of give me a good competition. They can't give me someone that's you know, just kind of signed to the PFL and not really had that much experience, because it doesn't make sense. I've just beat Santos very easily. I walked through everyone last year, so it does put them in a difficult position now, and I get it, but I'm sure they'll work to find someone.
But here's what's remarkable. Dakota's father never fought. As she puts it, it's normally the men that do the fighting, but me and my mom were the fighters in our family. This matriarchal combat legacy is rare in the sport and adds another layer to her compelling story. Training now splits between her family's gym in the UK and American Top Team in Florida, where she found the high-level female training partners essential for her development.
But I did see an article very early in your career where you said the goal was to one day fight for the UFC. That is out there. And I'm not trying to cause any trouble here, but I did see it.
Yeah.
That was before you met the PFL, perhaps even before the PFL was a thing, because they're not that old in their own right. Do you still feel the same way, or have your plans changed?
So what's next for the fighter some are calling the future of women's MMA? Despite her success in the PFL, Ditcheva hasn't hidden her ultimate ambitions. In early interviews, she openly stated her goal was to eventually fight for the UFC. Her confidence is striking. I look at the UFC and I think I definitely enter top 15, maybe even top 10 straight away. I genuinely am at that stage. For me, I look over there and think, yeah, I could beat a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest, it's every fighter's dream to be a UFC champion. You know, that is the top level at the moment. And that is obviously, I'm here to be the best. So if that means like being the best in PFL, being the best in UFC, just wherever I am at that point. So right now, my goal will be to win this tournament and be the best in PFL Europe. And then if I go on to the main season, I want to win that $1 million, tournament and be the best there. But then after that, if it's to change and go to the UFC, then I'll make it to the top and get the belt there. Like, it doesn't matter to me where I am, just whatever situation I'm in, and that I'll be the best at that point. And that's kind of just how I'm trying to work on my goals now and see it that way.
But she's also loyal to the PFL, acknowledging their role in her rise. I hate to say I'm bigger than PFL. I wouldn't say that. We need each other as much as each other. Her dream, a homecoming fight at Manchester City's Etihad Stadium. As a die-hard City fan, she's already visualizing it. It is a dream, but it will happen one day. European title win happened. This World Championship win happened. The Etihad will happen. When Kayla Harrison warns the MMA world about Dakota Ditcheva, it's not just talk. It's a prediction backed by results. At just 26 years old with a perfect 14-0 record, Ditcheva represents something the sport has been waiting for since Ronda Rousey's departure. A complete, charismatic fighter who can finish anyone, anywhere. Whether she stays loyal to the PFL or eventually makes the jump to the UFC, one thing is certain: the combat sports world is watching, and Dakota Ditcheva is ready to deliver. The future of women's MMA might just have a British accent. That's all for tonight's special report. Keep your eyes on Dakota Ditcheva. If Kayla Harrison is right, we're witnessing the early chapters of a legendary career. On one side, we have the Olympic judo champion turned UFC bantamweight champion, Kayla Harrison.
There's a plum and a right hand. Oh, big one. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fake.
On the other hand, the undefeated British striking sensation who just improved to 15-0, Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva. This is the collision course between MMA's best grappler and its most devastating striker. Let's start with the latest news. Just 5 days ago, Dakota Ditcheva proved once again why she's considered one of the most dangerous fighters on the planet.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
At PFL Africa on Saturday, Dakota kept rolling as she defeated Bellator alum Sumiko Inaba by unanimous decision with scorecards reading 30-27, 30-27, 30-24. This dominant victory pushed her undefeated professional record to an incredible 15-0.
Beautiful knee. Oh, the clinch is really working for Ditcheva. She gets the turn, another knee finds its way to the face of Sumiko Inaba, and an elbow from Dakota.
Inaba can't take a lot of those knees.
Dakota put on one of her best performances yet, pummeling Sumiko Inaba throughout their 15-minute affair. Inaba came out looking to put pressure on Ditcheva from the get-go, but it was Ditcheva who proved to be the faster and more powerful striker. But here's what really shows Dakota's warrior spirit. She broke down in tears after the fight, not from sadness, but from the pain of a suspected broken hand that she fought through to secure the victory. This is what separates champions from contenders, the ability to fight through adversity and still dominate. Now let's talk about why Kayla Harrison has everyone in the division scared, including potentially Dakota herself.
Come the over and I'll show you who's champions. This is the difference between me and all of these girls. I come here and they complain she skipped the line, she's on steroids, it's not fair, she shouldn't do this, she shouldn't do that. If this was my division and I was the champion, I would say...
Harrison isn't just winning fights, she's ending careers. Her Olympic-level judo combined with devastating ground and pound has created a submission machine that taps out 80% of her opponents before the second bell even rings. Her recent UFC bantamweight title victory over Juliana Pena wasn't just a win, it was a statement. The way she dominated a former champion who had beaten Amanda Nunes showed the MMA world that Harrison operates on a different level. But what makes Harrison truly terrifying isn't just her technique, it's her work ethic. According to Dakota herself, Harrison is, quote, the hardest worker in that gym at American Top Team.
Also, Dakota killing it.
I know,
she's
dude.
in the final. Tayla Santos, that's a tough fight.
It is. It's a step up, but Dakota's ready. Dakota's prepared. She trains hard. She's got, again, the best team around her. She's so disciplined, and she's just so fucking good, dude. Like, she is the real deal. She's the full package. I'm super excited for her. I think that this is about to be a big coming out party when she makes it look easy.
What's a prediction?
I mean, I think she's gonna knock her out. Okay. I think probably second round.
Every morning, every afternoon, Harrison is grinding. 6-mile walks, 2 hours of biking, an hour and a half of swimming, plus 2 additional training sessions per day. That's not just education, that's obsession. This potential matchup represents the ultimate styles clash in women's MMA. We're talking about the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. Dakota Ditcheva brings striking so precise and powerful that she's finished 95% of her opponents. Her signature front kicks, devastating right hands, and clinical finishing ability have made her a nightmare for anyone who tries to stand with her. But Kayla Harrison's grappling is from another planet. 2-time Olympic gold medalist, submission specialist, and someone who makes elite fighters look like amateurs on the ground. When Harrison gets you down, the fight is essentially over.
That's a brutal thing that they do, man. Like Kayla Harrison, who just won the bantamweight title, she is so big. She's so jacked, and that her getting down to 135, I don't know how much weight she's losing. I don't really want to ask, but I do.
The question becomes, can Dakota's takedown defense and striking keep her upright long enough to land that fight-ending shot? Or will Harrison's relentless pressure and world-class grappling prove too much for even someone as talented as Ditcheva? Here's what makes this potential fight even more fascinating. These two train at the same gym. Dakota has been watching Harrison's journey up close and personal.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've actually got goosebumps when you think about it. Like, her journey through MMA has been, or just through martial arts sport, has been crazy. Like, after she won out, there was loads of things online. I was just reading it all. Because, like, for me, a journey like that, you know, Olympic gold medalist, comes to PFL, cleans everyone out there, goes to UFC, cleans everyone out there. Within 2-3 fights, she's got the UFC belt. Like, just that journey that she's been on is absolutely crazy. The weight cuts, the dedication she's got to training. Like, when she's saying in these interviews, you know, she's not missed a day running or biking or like, that girl is in the gym every morning, every afternoon, and between them sessions, she's walking or she's running. Like, she's the hardest worker in that gym. So to have someone like that around us and set such an example like that for us girls in the gym is like second to none. That's why we're the best gym in the world, because we've got examples like that around us. You know, how can we not be inspired and want to keep working hard when we see people like Kayla Harrison doing that?
Dakota recently said about Harrison's UFC title win, "I've got goosebumps when you think about it. An Olympic gold medalist comes to PFL, cleans everyone out there. Goes to UFC, cleans everyone out there. Within 2 or 3 fights, she's got the UFC belt. That journey has been crazy. The respect is mutual, but in fighting, respect doesn't matter when that cage door closes. Both women know that when they eventually meet, it's going to be war. If and when this fight happens, we're looking at more than just a title fight. We're looking at a legacy-defining moment."